Yo, it's your boy Six, and welcome back to another no setup card trick tutorial. First and foremost, let me start with a big thank you to you all because we reached a milestone 2,000 subscribers. Woo! Yeah, that's a big deal, so I'm excited about that. Thank you so much. And I want to take a second just to be honest here before we get into today's tutorial because, you know, there's been a number of times where I feel like just quitting, right? Just like this takes so much time to research Magic, to make sure I get the proper crediting, to recording the video, editing the video. You all see how much I put into my editing, and it just takes a lot of time, and it's hard to manage life and this at the same time. And there's been a number of times, actually recently over the last few months, where I'm just like, man, is it really worth doing this? Like, should I just give up? And really, it's been your comments that you all leave on the videos. Sometimes it's as simple as like, wow, I can't believe you have this many subscribers. You deserve so much more. Sometimes it's just like, you know, I really appreciate this effect. I can't wait to try this out and perform it for my family. Those little things really mean the world to me, and it really pushes me to keep going, right? Because I know we're building a community here. So a big thank you to you all for helping me reach this 2,000 milestone. So I want to give back to you all for all that wonderful support. And we've done this before. I'm going to do it again. Another giveaway. It's going to be 3 lucky winners who will be announced in the next video. And here's what you have to do to enter. Comment down below something you would like to see me do on this channel. Now, it could be more tutorials, maybe more slides, maybe you want to see me perform, like for real people. Do you want to see me perform some of the effects that I've actually taught on this channel so you can see how it actually works? Any ideas that you have. It can be, you know, someone mentioned to me like, oh, I would love to see you review magicians on like America's Got Talent and like hear your thoughts on what they're doing. That's something we can do too. If that's an idea you like, drop that down below. Or you just like the tutorials as they are, you can just say, hey, I like what you're doing already. If you do like that, I would ask that you just tell me something you do like. Maybe you like that I give the history of the effect. Maybe you like when I just hurry up and get to the effect. Maybe you like when I don't talk so much. Maybe give me some advice and feedback, because at the end of the day, this is not my channel, this is our channel. We're building community, and I really want to take your feedback and utilize that. So comment down below, either an idea that you have or something you like or something you want to change about my channel down below, and you will automatically entered in the next video. I'll do the random generator again, pick 3 lucky winners, and they will be announced in that video. Then I'll do the same thing, a contact form, and then send you some gift packages. We're talking playing cards, DVDs, all that good stuff. I have some apparel too, so I think I'm going to give away some shirts this time. From the Malin playing cards, you get deck cards and the matching shirt to go with it. So a lot of goodies definitely coming your way, so comment down below. Again, thank you all so much, and let's get into today's tutorial. Okay, so because we reached the 2,000 milestone, I figured we have to give you something good, and today is literally one of the top 10 effects in all of Magic, and this is by anybody's list that I've ever seen. This is always on there. In 1942, Paul Curry created an effect called Out of This World, and this is a variation of that plot. This one comes from Tom Dargety, and it's actually very reminiscent of a Harry Lorraine effect called Out of This Universe, and that's from his book Close-Up Card Magic, which is one of my absolute favorite Magic books. This version is a condensed version of Out of This World, and the Harry Lorraine variation, it uses half the pack as opposed to the full pack, which can take a very long time. And if you're a performer, you know dealing cards, 52 cards,
is very, very annoying.
Don't sit there dealing cards, especially 21 cards. I will slap you. Do not do it. So this effect condenses that. It's really simple. I love it because there's no setup involved. It uses a borrowed shuffle deck of cards. You don't even need a full deck of cards, like I said, but it is a very, very powerful effect, and for the most part, the entire effect can take place in the spectator's hands. I promise you, this is a great effect. So this is Out of This Small World by Tom Dargety. Let's go ahead and take a look at the performance. All right, here we go. This is Tom Dargety's Out of This Small World, and this is such a good effect. You have to perform this. Like I said, Out of This World is one of the best effects in all of Magic, but this version is especially clever because it's simple, and you know what? Perform it because it's self-working. It'll take you just a little while to learn, and you really have the spectator do all the work. So they named 2 suits. I like to have them name one red one, one black one, personally, because that just adds to the contrast. So let's just say they name hearts and spades. So I'm going to go ahead and go through here and remove all those cards because we're going to be using those for this routine. You don't have to do this part, but what this allows you to do is from a shuffled deck with no setup. Really, you can do it either way. It doesn't make a difference, but this just makes it a little bit easier for you, right? Because this makes the routine perfectly self-working. So I'm going to take out the other suits now, and we are just about good to go. Yeah, they're kind of clumped together, which is nice because I was practicing this beforehand. Let me just make sure, no spades or hearts, and we're set. All right, and I'll begin by giving the packet we have here a little shuffle just like this, so you can see that they get mixed up. Really do. I play fair, and now you don't have to touch the cards. You give them to the spectator. They're going to do all the work for you. You're going to tell the spectator to deal 4 cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can tell them that they're going to continue dealing in this way, one on top of the other, but they can switch at any time. So they don't have to deal from here. They can deal from here. They can put some here. The only requirement that you ask them to do is try to keep the packets even, right? You don't want lopsided packets, so but they don't have to go in any specific order because they're kind of mixing the cards as they do it. And now they can pick any 2 piles. Let's say they pick the 2 middle piles, but they can pick any 2. And you say, I'm going to mix those up for you, right? So I'm going to shuffle those cards. You pick those 2 piles. We'll shuffle them up just like this. So now we give those a little mix. And the same thing here. You know what? Let's do these cards too, right? You didn't pick these 2, so we'll mix those as well. So now these cards get mixed together. So now we got 2 piles here. And we'll take these cards, right? Now you've seen them get mixed. This is a very thorough mix. And now we'll shuffle these cards together as well. So now these get mixed. So these cards are really shuffled. So it took out named any 2 suits, mixed the cards up in a random order. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of piles here. So I'll place some of these here, and then I'll do some of these here and some of these here. And what I'm going to try to do is get a connection to these piles, right? I just want to see if I can get a feeling. Actually, this one right here, I'm getting something. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say that in this pile there are 5 red cards and 5 black cards. Let's see how I did. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red cards. That really is 5 red cards and 5 black cards. Not bad, not bad. But that was my skill. You see, I don't understand one thing, right? That you shuffle these cards, you mix them up, and that you dealt them into any order. And even when you did that, somehow you managed to deal all the red cards onto one side, and you managed to put all the black cards onto the other side, completely separating them just like this. And there you have it. This is Out of the Small World from Tom Dougherty, a killer effect that I think you're absolutely going to love. So let's go ahead and take a look at the explanation. All right, so as I said, this is from a shuffled deck of cards. As you can see, this is thoroughly shuffled, and they're going to name any 2 suits, ideally, like I said, red and black. Let's say hearts and spades again. All you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to remove all of any 1 suit first. So I'm going to remove all the hearts first in this case. Right, go ahead and remove all the hearts. Sounds very cruel when I say that, but just the playing cards. And these cards are going to go face down. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove all the spades. So I got another one here, and go through the pack just like you can see here. Very simple. Again, this is a self-working effect, so it is very, very easy. I just need to give you the basics of it, and you will be on your way to performing this amazing effect. So just like this, I remove all the spades. You do want to make sure you got all the hearts and all the spades, because you want to make sure there are 26 cards. And I can see here that all the hearts and all the spades have been removed. Like I said before, you don't necessarily have to do it that way. You can simply just go through and say, I'm going to take out a bunch of cards and throw them on the table. And you really just pull out random cards. So if you're going to do it that way, I'll talk about it a little more at the end. But you just go through, pull out any 13 red cards, any 13 black cards, place them on the table. And you say, I'm going to take out a bunch of cards. And then you go from there. You don't have to do the 2-suit version. But again, at the end, I'll swing back on that. So now you have this set up. And for the rest of the routine, just for explanation, I'm going to do it face up, not face down, so you can see everything that's going on. Now all you can do is follow along face up, and you'll see exactly how easy this effect is. So the first thing I did is the shuffle, because now I know that they're separate like this. Before I hand them to the spectators, I'm going to give them a shuffle, and I'm going to do what's called the Ireland shuffle, which I've covered previously. All it is you take a small pack of the cards from the top, a few cards, then you're going to go towards the middle and deal or peel off single cards. And once you get past about the center, you feel like a thin packet here, then you can just shuffle these randomly. So again, at full speed, looks like you just take a bunch of cards, give a couple shuffles. Once I know I'm past the center, then I can just get a little messy and shuffle those, and it keeps the cards separated in red-black. The order changes, but it stays red-black, 50-50 split. So that is the Ireland shuffle. That's the first thing you do, and then you hand the cards to the spectator. Now you tell the spectator to deal the cards into 4 piles, just like you can see here. And then you tell them, okay, now that you have the cards in 4 piles, you can deal any which way you want, as long as you try to keep them even. Ideally, you don't want them doing this, right? That's gonna mess things up a little bit. So tell them to try to keep the packets even. They can deal any which way, but tell them, you know, instead of going 4 in a row, maybe they put 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. Now, when they do this, right, as you can see here, what it does is it still keeps the cards separated. So the packets are still separated. Reds on the bottom and the blacks on the top in this case, right? So it's going to stay separated. Now they get to pick any pile they want, any 2 piles, I should say. And again, we did the middle piles, but really it doesn't matter because the cards are set up the same exact way as far as red-black separation. So they can go ahead now and pick any 2 of these piles. They pick these 2, and we're going to shuffle them together. I just like to remember I place the first card down, and I just keep that same pattern. It's kind of irrelevant to the trick. I just like to do that from my own note-taking. Now you notice that these cards start to get mixed a little in the center. Uh-oh, you're probably thinking, what? How can that be okay? You're going to do the same thing here. Mix these 2 together just like this. Same idea. Mixing the packets. And they go together just like this. And now finally, you're going to shuffle these 2 packets together. Now let's take a position check here. Notice there's a bunch of red cards here, a bunch of black cards here. This one was a little bit different. A bunch of red cards here, a little mix in the middle, and a bunch of black cards here. That's okay, right? That is okay to have this little mix that you can see here. That's perfectly fine for this effect. It has no bearing on this effect, because now when you shuffle these 2 piles together, I like to do a nice tight shuffle. Really, if you're uncomfortable with your shuffle, if you're afraid they're gonna get like too clumped up and mixed, you can do the same procedure again, shuffling this way, right, and mixing them one at a time, and that's gonna make it work 100% of the time, every single time. So I'll do this, right? Another way, I'm just gonna go back here for a second, is if you feel better with a Pharaoh shuffle, or just like pushing the cards together like this and weaving them in. That'll give you a pretty even shuffle this way as well. But you can see there's still some card mix, which is perfectly okay. That's going to be the 10 cards that I call out in the middle later. So I shuffle like this, or you can just simply do your own shuffle. So those are your 3 options. Riffle shuffle, kind of push them together and weave them so they stay even, or do the singular shuffle. If you feel uneasy about shuffling, like you may mess up, then go ahead, just do the single cards, mix them just like you did the other 2 packets, and that'll be it. And you'll be perfectly fine every single time you perform this effect. There'll be no mistakes. In this case, I don't mind shuffling because I'm confident in my shuffling skills. So they get mixed together just like this. And now you are, let me just make sure I did this right. Yeah, they get shuffled together. And now I'm going to place 8 cards over here. So I go through, and now the original, they call out, I'm going to put 8 cards here and 10 cards here. 8. I don't like that. I like to just say, you know what, I'm going to take a bunch of cards. I push off 4, place them over here. Now I'm going to take out 10. So I do 3, push off 2, push off 3, push off 2, place that in the middle. And then the rest of the cards, another 8 cards, goes over here. Because it's 26 cards, 8 and 8 is 16 plus 10, 26 cards. So 8, 10, and 8. And that's really all you have to remember is 8, 10, 8. That's it. You don't have to remember that. You can just remember 10 cards go in the middle. So 8 cards, and then 10 cards in the middle. And you're good to go. Now what happens is, now this is all face down for them, obviously, that this packet is a little mixed, which is okay. But because of the way the procedure worked, I know that there's 5 red cards and 5 black cards here. But this is the mixed packet, and this is like that safety net. That's why you can be so free with this shuffling, which is really, really clever. So this is my safety net. All I have to do, and I'll go here. I'll say put my hands over them. This one I'm getting a feeling from. I'm going to say there's 5 red cards and 5 black cards. I don't like to just come out and spread them, because sometimes if you did a perfect shuffle, sometimes it actually happens that way, that you'll do this and they'll be separated. So I think that looks a little weird and kind of gives away the next part. So I like to check first. So if it works, I'll spread like this and I'll say, actually, yeah, but not only that, I'll take my peek here. So from here, from this side, I'll spread them and look and go, Now if I see they're separated, I say, you know what's crazy? There are 5 red cards and 5 black cards, but you separated them perfectly with the 5 reds here and the 5 blacks here. That's a coincidence. And then you can reveal the other 2 packets. Now, if they're not that way, they're shuffled up, right? I'll still do that. I'll see that they're mixed, and I say, look, the cards are mixed up. Let's see what we did. And this mixed up position actually helps sell the effect, right? Because they expect the cards to be shuffled. So you say, look, how do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red cards, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black cards. So it's good that they see those mixed because that sells the shuffling. So they're going to think these are mixed too. Now you can sell it that way and go, let me see if I can guess how many are here and here. You know what's strange? Is that even though you shuffle these cards and you saw that they were mixed, which they did see they were mixed, that's true. What I don't get, and then I flip these over, is how you got all the red cards over here, all the black cards over here, a perfect separation, even though you did all that shuffling. A complete miracle. And that is the end of the routine. This is Out of This Small World. Really important. If this is shuffled, let that be seen, right? I'm going to go back here just for one last second, just because I want to make sure this is very clear. So you take that peek. If they're separated, then you'll show them and say, look, this is crazy. You actually shuffled them, but you separated them right down the middle. You don't have to do that. You can literally do it this way. Say, look, I'm going to take out some card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red cards. Ta-da! So look, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red cards, just like I said. And they made, you can not show these and play around with them a little bit. And they're going to be like, okay, great. And like, yeah, I told you there'd be 5 red cards. And they're going to say, well, you also did 5 black cards. Did I say that? Oh, good thing you got 5 black cards as well. This is presentation. This is building the routine. That's a great way to do it as well. Once again, the way I present that, take out all the red cards. Say, look, I told you there'd be 5 red cards. Don't show these. And they're going to say, yeah, and you also said 5 black. Oh, did I? Really? Well, good thing I got 5 black here as well. You did a great job. First effect. Then you hit them with the, what's crazy? I don't understand how you got all the red cards over here, all the black cards over here. And there you have it. This is an incredible effect that I'm telling you is going to be a killer for you. You're really going to blow some minds with this effect. So I really hope you enjoy that. And that's it, folks. I hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you to all 2,000 of you now. And I look forward to bringing you more. Be sure to comment down below for the contest, right? You don't want to lose out on that. Tell me something you'd like to see in the future or change about my channel, or you just love it. Let me know what's good about it. And that'll be enough to enter you for the prize. So thank you all, and I will see you all in the next episode.